Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I would like to present about the integrated logistics in chapter 15. But first of all, let me elaborate the definition of the integrated logistics. What is integrated logistics? Integrated logistics is a process-oriented integrated approach to procure, to produce, to delivery the products and service to the customer. In other words, it also can be defined as an utilizing the network to fulfill the customer wants in a timely way. Next is logistic management. Logistic management is an important element that needs to be implemented within the company. Logistic management consists of inbound logistics, inventory and warehousing, outbound logistics, information management, and customer relationship. In order to ensure the logistic management can run smoothly and efficiently, therefore, integrated logistic management need to be considered within the company, which both channel partnership, cross-functional teamwork within the inside the company, and also contribute the third-party logistics. Next is the imperative of successful integrated logistics. There is three elements in imperative for successful integrated logistics. First is new culture. The key component of the integrated logistics is enabling an employee to adapt to the new operating realities of supply chain collaboration. It is because the collaboration and good teamwork within the partner, the workers, and also the company itself is important to ensure the activities of the supply chain can run smoothly and efficiently. Other than that, the employee or the workers also can gain the knowledge and the experience and can develop their skills on how to handle to deliver the goods to the customer well. Second is agreement on cost sharing and revenue sharing. This is important to understand to each other contribution, which can directly build a benefit structure balancing reward. This is because we need to maintain the good relationship within the partner and having a good collaboration with them, because we need to know the equitable revenue and cost sharing amongst all the participants. Third is establish transparency. The lack of trust is one of the causes or the problem to the company to success in industry, which hinder the efficiency the logistic activities process. Therefore, trust to each other is an important thing for maintaining close partnership. This is because both sides within the company, within the partner and also workers will get their own benefit in terms of cost, information, the knowledge, and also the experience, and exchange the idea in order to develop or increase their profitability within the company, also the organization.
Next is need for integration in logistics. Integration is a strategy to synchronize information technology, business cultures, objectives, and align technology with business strategy and goals. The objective of integrations are the creation of end-to-end process so that innovative products are created and delivered at higher levels of quality in lesser time frame to markets. The 5 key factors to achieve integration in logistics are rationalization of supply base, centralized inventory, integrated information systems, supplier development programs, and supplier involvement. In rationalization of supply base, the company will reduce the number of suppliers. They will only looking for suppliers to provide systems rather than components. Next, centralized inventory. The dealers have online access to the company's supply systems. Dealers give the customer an immediate confirmation about the availability of the product. If there was no product in the stock, dealers enter order directly into the production schedule and the product required is made to order. Other than that, we have integrated information systems. Integrated information systems is the use of electronic data interchange, that is EDI, which is The transfer of data from one computer system to another by standardized message formatting without the need of human intervention. Suppliers can manage the flow of materials into the plant with integrated information systems, no more manual orders, invoices, or delivery notes. The fourth key factor of integration is supplier development programs. In these programs, it will replace the traditional purchasing functions. There is a cross-functional team of specialized work together with suppliers to seek improvements, inspire process, and the interfaces with companies' process. And the last key factor is supplier involvement, which is bringing suppliers closer to the process of new development. We know that suppliers are the origin of innovation in industries. With this key factor, new products continually and simpler cost-effective designs can be created.
Seterusnya bahagian yang akan saya explain adalah pusat aktiviti dalam integrated logistik. Dalam pusat integrated activity logistik terdapat dua bahagian, iaitu pusat-pusat aktiviti utama dan kedua adalah sokongan pusat aktiviti. Dalam pusat aktiviti utama terdapat 4 bahagian. Yang pertama adalah piawaian perkhidmatan pelanggan. Ini bermaksudnya pelanggan telah menjadi lebih mencabar dari segi prestasi keseluruhan. Yang kedua adalah pengangkutan. Dalam pusat aktiviti utama, pengangkutan adalah aktiviti yang paling mahal dalam logistik. Ia berkaitan dengan pergerakan bahan-bahan mentah ke kilang dan barang siap separa atau barang siap kepada pasaran. Yang ketiga adalah pengurusan inventory. Pengurusan inventory adalah aspek-aspek operasi pengurusan logistik, memberi tumpuan kepada pergerakan dan penyimpanan bahan-bahan dan barang siap. Dalam pengurusan inventory terdapat 3 bidang. Yang first itu pengagihan fizikal, yang kedua adalah sokongan pembuatan, yang ketiga adalah perolehan. Pengagihan fizikal bermaksudnya ketumpuan terhadap pergerakan produk siap kepada pelanggan. Sokongan pembuatan adalah bahagian ini memberi tumpuan kepada pengurusan inventory sejurus dengan kemajuan kerana ia di antara pelbagai peringkat pembuatan. Yang ketiga adalah perolehan. Bahagian ini memberi tumpuan kepada dengan pembelian dan pengatur pergerakan kemasukan bahan, barang siap atau dari barang separuh siap daripada pembekal kepada kilang pemasangan. Yang kelima adalah maklumat haliran dan sistem pesanan. Aktiviti melengkapkan kriteria pesanan adalah sangat penting dalam perkhidmatan pelanggan. Yang kategori kedua adalah dalam aktiviti integrated logistik yang macam tadi saya bagi tahu tu adalah sokongan pusat aktiviti. Dalam sokongan pusat aktiviti pun ada 4 bidang. Yang first tu gudang. Gudang tu tempat untuk menyimpan barang-barang yang untuk dijual. Yang kedua adalah pengendalian bahan. Kecekapan kaedah pengendalian bahan gudang boleh meningkatkan kepuasan pelanggan. Yang ketiga adalah maklumat. Koleksi maklumat, penyimpanan dan pengendalian adalah penting untuk mencapai perkhidmatan pelanggan yang lebih tinggi. Yang keempat adalah pembungkusan. Pembungkusan melindungi barang dan bertindak sebagai sumber maklumat kepada pelanggan. Ia juga digunakan sebagai alat pemasaran untuk menarik pelanggan. Terima kasih.
Implementing internal logistic integration is not possible in a vacuum. There are certain barriers to integration which are as follows.
Organization structure, ownership of inventory, measurement system, transfer of knowledge, and Information Technology. For organization structure, the main implementation of any cross-functional process being implemented. Traditional structure is to divide authority and responsibility according to the functional work. Ownership of inventory. Inventory can facilitate a specific function to achieve its missions. A traditional approach to ownership is to maintain adequate supply of gaining ease against demand and operational uncertainty. The measurement system. The traditional measurement system make cross-functional coordination difficult. A new scorecard needs to be developed to facilitate integration of logistic functions. The measurement system must facilitate logistic manager to view their specific functions as part of process and not just stand-alone activities. For transfer of knowledge, ability to share experience in an additional value. Failure to transfer information or knowledge tends to neutral functional orientation by development of specialized employees. Many firms also fail to develop procedures and systems to transfer cross-functional knowledge. When work is done in a series of processes and involves many employees, transfer of this type of knowledge and experience is difficult. And as for the information technology, IT acts as a key resource to achieve integrations. IT applications need to be designed along organizational lines. Databases are mostly limited to specific functions are not easily accessed on a cross-functional basis. Data warehouse have emerged due to the need to share information. Schemes to transfer information are required to be developed as existing applications and can serve as a barrier to process integration as critical data cannot be shared readily. The next topic, hierarchy of logistic integrations. They have 4 hierarchy of logistic integration. First, competency, performance cycle, 3 functions, and 4 is sub-function. For the competency, it has for long-term survival, a wide variety of competencies are required. A firm will access in a few of these, which are referred to as a core competency. And for the performance cycle, a structure integrating all aspects of logistic operations, linking procurement, manufacturing, support, and physical distributions. And next, for the functions, there are traditional areas of logistic specializations, which are essential for the operational excellence. They need to be viewed as integral part of the overall logistical competencies and not as a unique area of performance. And for last, the sub-functions. A sub-function is specific job with functions which need to be performed within functions for satisfying logistical requirements.
Complete system for prospective logistics. This concept is cost service integration backed by an integrated logistic network, which is the aim is to minimizing the total cost of distribution at a given level of customer service. There are 7 components in this complete system perspective for logistics, which is the first one is perspective of total cost, second is system perspective, third is trade-off, 4 is intra-activity trade-off, 5 inter-activity trade-off, 6 inter-functional trade-off, and the last one is inter-organizational trade-off. Okay, first, perspective of total cost. What is perspective of total cost? The perspective of total cost, the cost of logistics includes various logistics such as cost of planning and managing range of logistics activities such as transportation, finished goods distribution, goods inspection, and etc. What is system perspective? This concept of system perspective is an extension of logistic concept and is a key of managing logistic functions. This total system perspective of logistics is time-consuming but result in reduction of inefficient logistic system as a whole. One is trade-off. Trade-off. This refers to the evaluation of the cost of each system component with the objective of determining a combination of components providing a minimum total cost of a specified level of customer service. The fourth, intra-activity trade-off, occurs when trade-off occur within an individual activity of the logistics system. Example, can be decisions to use an own transportation instead of public transportation. Component is inter-activity trade-off. It is occur between various activities logistics system. Management prepare itself to bear the increased cost of the one activity center to as the profit from another. The fifth one is inter-functional trade-off. It is occur between the logistics system and other functional areas of the firm. A trade-off is made between various functions. For example, the packaging structure for a company was what is managing the supply chain as a network. The firm is at the center of an interdependent network that competes as an integrated supply chain against the other supply chain. Managing such as competitive structure supply chain against the other supply chains is require various skills and priorities. The network management as well as upon internal processes is necessary to achieve leadership. There are three following are the most significant issues in this environment, which is the first one is collective development of strategy. This collective development of strategy is a traditional view. Members of a supply chain never consider themselves as a part of a marketing network. So, they never share their strategic thinking with each other. A higher level of joint venture strategy development is required for network competition. The second one is open communication. The advent of information technology is making the exchange of information between the chain partners very easy and has been at one of the most powerful drivers of change of the marketing networks. The last one is benefit for partners. This is the issues. There is a growing realization between network partners for cooperation that usually leads to improved performance. Another issue is how the result of the improved performance can be shared amongst the various players. All partners must benefit and is better off to cooperation. All we can say is the key to logistic integration is the transportation flow of information from one end of the chain to the other. Supply chain partners are able to respond more rapidly to known demand with lesser inventory and hence lower costs by sharing information. A responsive supply chain is highly integrated. They integrate internally across functions and externally integrate with suppliers and downstream customers.